Hello, this is Ashi from Crafting with Ashi and welcome to this video. This is the card we're going to make today. I absolutely love it. It's super cute. Okay, so supplies. This is the thick Whisper White and it's just a standard A6 card base. And then I've got the family pack of DSP. This is the Brights one and this is Old Olive. Just a mat on here, and this is 14.4 centimeters by 10 centimeters. So we're just going to put that on with some snail. Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to try and get it as central as I can, and well, it'll do. Okay, so then for the colouring, I've got just a scrap piece of normal Whisper White, and the stamp set I'm using is this one called Postcard Pals, and I'm going to be using this image, but obviously you could use any of them. So I'm going to use Memento ink because we're going to be colouring using the Stampin Blends. So just let's ink that up and down, press, hold and straight up. There you go, perfect image. Okay, so now we're going to colour him in, and I'll do a little bit of the colouring normal time and then I'll massively fast forward for the rest. So these are the Stampin Blends. I'm going to show you the colours I'm going to use to start off with. Okay, so I've got the Old Olive. Now, as you know, they come in a combo pack of light and dark. So I've got Old Olive light and dark. I've got the Soft Suede light and dark, Crumb Cake light and dark, Night of Navy light and dark, and Real Red light and dark. Okay, so as you can see, I used the Real Red here for his little top, flower, and then I used the Night of Navy here on the mailbox, which is what I'm going to start off with. And I always start off with the light because I find that's what works for me. So I'm just going to do a little area. I always find it better to do a little bit at a time. So I'm going to do this. Okay. As you'll see when you colour in, the ink does spread a little bit, so don't go to the very edge. Okay, and now I'm just going to put in the shading using the dark. So you can see sort of where the shading would be. I'm going to use that as a guide, where they've got the sketch lines. Okay, and then I'm going to blend it back out with the light colour. So I'm just going to go in gently, blend it out. And it's always going to seem darker just after you've coloured, because the cardstock is saturated with your colour, but as it dries it will get lighter. Okay, so you can see there I've done the mailbox, not as dark as it seems to come up on camera. Okay, so let's do the little wooden stake that it's on, and I'm going to use here the Soft Suede. As before, I'm going to go in with the light colour first, and then I'm going to go to the dark. And what's nice about this is you've got the pointy end, fine tip, and then you've got the brush tip as well. And I tend to use the brush tip most of the time. And you just want a light hand to give some definition. And then I'm going to go back in again, as I said, with the light colour to blend that out. And there we go, and then again you can see, hopefully, the difference. Okay, let's do the little red here. Now here, because it's so small, I am going to use the pointy end initially. Well, actually I'll just use it for all, and you can see here it works just as well. And then just going to go in with the darker colour just to give it some shading. There we go. And it's so small you don't really need to blend that out. Okay, maybe if I come in a little bit closer for you. Whoops, wrong way. There, you can see a bit better. Okay, let's do one more before I put you on fast forward. I'm actually going to use now the light crumb cake. I'm going to start off with his tail and his bottom, this bottom half of him. I'm going to colour him in. Okay, then I'm going to go in with the dark crumb cake, and I'm going to just put some definition in the crease lines where you'd naturally find the shading to happen. Okay, and then I'm going to just, as it before, just blend it out using the lighter colour. And there you go. You can see you get the differentiation of colour. So I'm going to continue to do that, but I'll put you on fast forward so you don't have to sit through the whole colouring. Okay. So there he is coloured. I don't think he looks too bad. There's the old one. So now I'm going to cut him out, and I'm going to use the Layering Squares framelits. And just get them out here. And I'm going to use this large one, and then I'm going to use this one. So you can see I'm going to use this one here to cut him out, and then I've got a scrap here of real red cardstock, and I'm going to use the Scarlet one to cut that out. So I'm just going to do that and I'll be back. Okay, so I'm back. So now we've got these two pieces. I'm just going to layer them on top of each other. So let's do that next with some stale. So it just gives a very small border, but nice border around the outside. So now we're going to stamp this bit that says happy birthday. So we need our piece of white scrap cardstock back that we were using. Whoops. Okay, and the stamp set I'm going to use is this one called Perennial Birthday. I'll use the happy birthday. This one I've got as a wood mount, so just going to ink it up, and since I've got the Memento black, I'm just going to use that because that's what I've got out. So let's just ink it up. I always take the ink pad to the stamp, it's just the way do things, but you can do it whatever way you want. So I'm just going to stamp that out. And it says happy birthday. Lovely. Okay, so I'm just going to free cut this out with the scissors. So let me do that, or with my trimmer rather. And then I just matted it on some of the spare real red cardstock and cut that out. So there we've got our sentiment. So now we can assemble the card. So I'm going to stick these both down with Stampin' Dimensional. So let's put some on here. And I tend to be quite generous with my dimensionals, I know, compared to others, but I don't want the thing coming off. If I'm taking so much time to make it, I don't want it coming unstuck. So there we go. And I always just feel them like that, and then I know they're all sticky, then I've got all the backs off. So I'm just going to centre that towards the top as best as I can. I think that'll do. And then I'm going to put a few dimensionals on this little piece as well. There we go, 3. 3 is always a good number. If you have things on your card, as you'll see when I put the little rhinestones on, 3 always looks good. So there, we've got that. And then the last little thing is we're going to put some rhinestones on, and these are the red rhinestones. They are gorgeous. So we're just going to use my pokey tool. We're just going to put 3 of these on here. 1, 2, not totally straight, but it's handmade, it's fine. So just clear the mess out the way, and you can see that's the one we just made, and that's the one I made earlier. So all the supply list will be on my blog, which I'll have a link down below, and all I have to say is thank you for watching my video and enjoy being creative. Bye.